All right, guys, so if you're like me and you're wanting to put a dash cam on your car, something that's a little better than some of the other ones that are out there. I've had a few in the past, and just to give you an idea, some of the ones that I've had were this thing right here, and I've also had this guy right here, which these are great and all. The only problem I found with these two particular dash cams is they're really inconvenient. They do the loop recordings, they have full HD or whatever, but the problem that you run into with these ones are, if you ever want to get the footage, you gotta get it off the micro SD, and you gotta put it into a computer. It's just not ideal for anybody who is thinking like I am and you want the stuff right there at your fingertips. So what I decided to go with was this Rexing version 1 or V1. I got it off of Amazon. I'll put the link in the description. But the Rexing by far surpassed everybody else's reviews. It seems pretty simple. It's got 4K, and it connects with Wi-Fi, and you can get the app on your phone, and you can, as long as this is connected to Wi-Fi, you can upload your footage right to your phone and save it to your device as well. But yeah, gonna go ahead and do a box opening video on it. So right after that, you could tell it's a decent quality camera just by the packaging. Reminds me of like unboxing an iPhone or something like that. So here's the dash cam. I'm assuming it probably, I don't really know exactly how it's gonna mount, but this right here, I don't know if I'm supposed to do that. I'm assuming it's gonna sit just like this. The screen facing you obviously, and the camera facing the front of your vehicle. I'll figure out what each one of these things means and does as well. Got some stuff on the side. Also looks like it has a spot for an SD card, which I'm hoping I don't need one. Excuse the background noise. My neighbor decided to run his leaf blower right when I started this video. And then also in the box, we have so you got your power cables, 12-volt battery or AC DC adapter. In this box, looks like you're gonna have, all right, some stuff to run your wires in your vehicle. Looks like these are going to be what attaches to the windshield. Trim tool removal to help you run your wires. Typical chargers there. Yeah, looks like you might have a guide here, quick start guide. And yeah, so that's going to be the quick unboxing. The following video of this is going to be the installation in the SS Camaro. So you got a free smart hardware kit. A lot of this I probably won't need a reference, but keep it just in case I do need to. And then, sure. All right, so this is, so it says there's a free micro SD, but I don't think there is. There's no card in there, unless it's something else in this box. Not come with a micro SD. So I wonder if that's going to affect my ability to loop record, which I am just assuming it's going to. But yeah, here's everything that comes in the kit, and we will see you shortly on the next video for the installation. All right, guys, so here's the second part of the video. I got it all in. It's actually pretty simple. I've decided after opening it all up that I was going to go with the other power cord that they sell that you can direct wire it to a battery. It has fuses and stuff. I currently run a radar detector, and I just basically use the adhesive to put underneath my radar detector for temporary fixment. But as you can see, it's showing the front of my garage right now, which is probably not the cleanest thing to be looking at. Pretty good screen on it. Very, very detailed as well. But all I did is I just kind of twirled up the wires and ran it directly into my radar detector 12-volt plug-in. So the settings are fairly simple, and I'm going to take it down so I can kind of run you through a few of them. Pretty neat little device here. So they sell a few different things that you can purchase with it. You got the GPS plug-in. That way you can, on the side here, it'll show that you're connected to GPS. It'll show your speed and everything like that. So when you first turn it on, it's gonna, boot up, and then it's gonna automatically show your screen here. It doesn't start recording. You are gonna have to put an SD card in it. I just so happen to have one laying around the house, and it worked just fine. On the side button here, not too sure what this is, but it's the M. This is, you press that, it's gonna run it through. Well, first, before you can do that, mine's already in recording, so you're gonna have to stop the recording. And once it stops recording, then you can start going through the menu. This record and mic are basically your up and down. So I'm actually going up, and these ones are down. You get the GPS here. This is going to give you options to change the mileage or kilometers per hour. Okay, I guess seems to be the accept or back. That's pretty self-explanatory. Daylight savings. The plate number, I went ahead and put mine in, just because I plan to utilize this. If anything pops up where I gotta use it in court or anything like that, or so I put my plate number on there. So parking monitor. So what I found out that the only way this will work, same thing with all this, the gravity sensing. The only way that's going to work is if you have the 12-volt plug, that basically that wires straight to your battery. This plug here that goes into the USB or the 12-volt battery or the cigarette lighter, that option won't be, it won't work. So it's going to tell you there too. So you're going to need the hardwire kit, is what it's called. And this is basically, it'll turn on when it senses like the vehicle is bumped or anything like that. It'll just start recording. You got the date stamp. This, what I found was pretty interesting. As soon as I turn it on, the date was accurate, which leads me to believe that, and I hadn't connected it to the phone app. Just maybe there is some sort of, I have no idea how it was able to have the accurate date, but I didn't set the date on here. But that date you can turn it off or on, and that'll show up on the screen of the recording. Then your audio, I left mine on. Here's where you're going to adjust how well the camera is going to record the videos. So you get the exposure. This is going to be the wide. You can basically widen the screen. Loop recording. Once you've reached the max, your SD card will hold. It's going to loop record every minute after that. So it's going to delete 1 minute of footage as it records 1 minute. You can change that for a few different times. You got 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 3 minutes. If you have it off, once that SD card is full, it's not going to record anymore. So loop recording 1 minute you know, it was what it was set on when I first went into it, so I just left it. Resolution, self-explanatory. Update the time of the GPS, but you'll need that plug-in, that plug for the GPS. It plugs right on the side there, where it says GPS. And plate number, that's where you'll go in and you'll put your plate number in. You push the side button again, it'll take you to this other tab up top. Well, let's go back into it, where this is where you're going to connect to the app. So in order for this to work, as soon as you click Wi-Fi, it's going to pop up the Wi-Fi information. So what you'll do is you're going to download the app. It's called Rexing Connect. It's in all the marketplaces. I have an iPhone, and it was fairly easy to find. And then that's the password information. So what'll end up happening is you'll connect to this. The only way you can connect so a little upsetting is your phone doesn't stay connected. It doesn't connect automatically every time you turn your car off or on. That was one downside to it. The only way you can connect and use your app is you have to have this on. So once you connect to it, essentially what happens with your phone is now you are controlling everything with your phone. So I don't think every time I get in my car, I'm going to go ahead and go through this whole process. But the only time I will end up, connecting is when I need to get footage off of it for whatever reason. So it'll serve the same purpose of, my other dash cam serve, which is just going to continuously loop record. And when I need to access it, I'll just connect to it and pull the footage I want off of it. It saves each file separately. So every time you turn your car on and it starts recording, that's a new file created, and it'll get date stamped. So they're really easy to find. And when you open them up in the app, they just list them all. They list all in your SD card, it lists all the videos you have. So I'll run you real quick. Let me see. So right now it's off. This is how you're gonna turn your mic on and off. You'll notice that if you want your mic off, pushing that will turn the mic off. Hitting record, you'll see the red dot start flashing, and then it's gonna start recording. Go back real quick to the other. Let me see if there's anything that was worth going over here. Obviously, you can turn the beep off, auto powering off. If you want to be the one to turn it on, or if you want it on, this is where you'll do that. You'll set the timer for how long before it goes off. I believe that's only going to work with the hardwire kit. Otherwise, as soon as you turn it off, if your vehicle's like mine, the cigarette lighter doesn't continuously provide power. So this is going to cut off as soon as I cut the vehicle off. So the hardwire kit, this is probably a feature that you'd be able to use. Other than that, it's all pretty self-explanatory. There's really no challenge to this thing at all. This button here, it allows you to zoom in a little bit, or this one's the screen. So if you're driving at night, you don't want the glare or the brightness from the screen to pop up, or if you don't want to see it, you just hit that, it cuts it off. But yeah, this is going to be the end of the video. I'm going to go ahead and post this one up. I think I might do a review on the app. I think that there's some things that just quickly running through it that they should have added on the app, which is all of the settings that this has in the app. So like I wasn't able to put my license plate into the dash cam through the app. Just some things that I found a little bit annoying. Not too bad. I had to go through. It was like basically old school texting to put my my license plate on. But yeah, I might do a video on the hardwire kit. I think I may also potentially buy the GPS. Just, I think it'd be pretty neat. I will try out a theory here with my my radar detector. I have the Escort 360, and I have some options on the side there that wonder if they'll work together. There's a GPS plug there and a power plug, so I might just custom make a power plug to run straight to that, and it might provide power, but I don't know if it's going to work. But yeah, it's going to be the end of this video. If you found this helpful, or if it assisted you in your purchase with this, I'm glad I was able to help. But as always, please like, subscribe, and help me out with this YouTube channel. Thanks, guys.